Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Govinda, 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 Gopal. Sisi Radha Chira Chara Gopinath Ki Jai. Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Shubhodaya Krishna Krishnaya Bhutale Srimati Bhakti Vedanta Swami Namane. Namaste Saraswati Devi. Gauravani Pracharine Nirvise Sasanyavadi Paschatya Satai. Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivashadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda. Krishna Krishna Hare Hare. You know this song? Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. How many of you know this? Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Haribo. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Bolo. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Guru Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hello. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jai Ho Premanandi. Hold on a second. I think I messed up the second part. Yeah. I'll find it on YouTube. No. We'll go some more. So, there's a devotee named Ojasvi. Any of you heard of Ojasvi? He's from Slovenia. And when I was in the hospital, I don't know why this came up on my feed, but it's a song by him called Govindamadi Pusham, which is just Govindamadi Pusham. But then, in the middle of it, he starts doing kirtan. So it just starts like this. We were in Slovenia together at a Japa retreat. And we said, just lead kirtan for an hour, and he led for 2.5, and we had to stop him.
Govinda Adi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami.
And his wife sings with him. And then, all of a sudden, he starts singing this.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
And I'm listening and I'm thinking, I've heard this before somewhere. And then I wrote him, I said, did you take that from a group called Hillsong? It's a Christian group called Hillsong. I said, did you take it from that group? And he said, yeah, I did. There's a song called Oceans. He took it from that. This group. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. It's like right after my operation, I was listening to this all the time. And then, what happened? What?
I just
Oh, oh.
just for a moment, so you can just use this.
And then, yeah. So there's this group called Hillsong, and they do modern music. And when I was working on that song, the first verse of Shishastakam, there was a devotee at my house who was a musician, and I said, "Can you help me with this song?" And then he said, "Listen to Hillsong. It's very much like the song you want to do. They have another song." So that's how I learned about him. And then somebody sent me a video on what Hillsong is, and it's so interesting. Right. They decided to preach through music. They write songs for their sermons. Now they have 36 churches. This song, okay, well, I just want to see how many hits they got for this song. Just interesting. Oh my God. Oh my God. This song has 335 million views. A Christian song about God. It's 335 million views. I mean, if you get 1 million views for a song, that's good. You want to hear that part that he took from them? Very interesting. See if we can find it. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna. That's where he got the song. Does anybody know the words to this song? Spirit lead me. You know? What are the words? Spirit? Spirit leads me. Where my trust is without borders. Spirit lead me. Where my trust is without borders. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Hare Rama. I think we need to go slower. It's too fast. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. they're getting benefit now because we stole their melody and using it for kirtan. So I have to tell you something amazingly interesting. If you listen to the words of many Christian songs and you put our philosophy or our bhajans into English, they're practically the same. But if you listen to the theology, it's like this. Isn't that interesting? So what I realized was something significant and kind of shocked me because I was writing, when I was writing Shishastakam and we had this part, all glories to your holy name. That's so Christian. All glories to your holy name. All glories to your holy name. And I was joking with the devotees. I said, 100 years from now they'll be playing my songs in all the churches. Your holy name is glorious, your holy name is victorious. They won't know it was a devotee. And so we were talking about how those songs are very, very similar. Like Christians could sing some of our songs, we could sing some of their songs. We could be one with music. And I thought, well, that's really interesting, isn't it? Like, if I get up and give a lecture, and they give up and give a lecture, we'll, disagree. But when we sing, we won't. Well, why is that? Because those songs are the person singing to God, and the person calling out to God, and the person praying to God. And so when you sing and pray to God, what does prayer mean? God help me, I'm weak. So all those songs are about my helplessness. Or they're songs glorifying God. There's another song by them, really beautiful. It's called So Am I, and it describes how all of nature is glorifying God. The stars are glorifying Him. It's like 11th chapter of the Gita, 2nd canto of Bhagavatam, sun and the moon. They didn't exactly say sun and the moon are your eyes, but, the stars are glorifying you. The sun and moon is glorifying. The planets are glorifying you. And then the chorus is, if they will glorify you, so will I, a million times more or a billion times more. You could have written a song like that, right? Interesting, isn't it? Whatever religion you are, when you pray to God, you say the same thing. When you speak theology, you say something. Theology means stories. I was just listening last night to a Franciscan monk. He's very famous. His name is Richard Rohr. Franciscan. Franciscan is some offshoot of Catholicism, isn't it? You know what he said? You won't believe what he said. He said, the idea that a loving God would send you to hell is ridiculous. It's the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard. It makes God narcissistic. Wow. Hare Krishna. There's more unity out there than we think. Anyway, welcome back, everyone. Nice to see you. So we're going to do the same thing we did yesterday. We're going to review our japa from this morning. We're going to discuss, again, specifically, if there's anything I need to improve, I will note it. If there's anything I want to continue doing, I will note it. And talk about how you felt. If it was good, how you felt. If it was bad, how you felt. Talking about your feelings will help you a lot, because you'll want to get good feelings again, and you want to avoid bad feelings. Okay? So find a partner. Everyone needs a partner, because if there's 3 of you, you don't get to talk enough. So a partner means 2. Please find a partner, and if you can't find one, then raise your hand and you can be my partner. Your partner's right there. But it's my time to chant japa while you do this exercise. I don't want any partner if I don't have to have one. Let's see. You can be my partner if we come out oddball. You need a partner? No, she has. See, he has to come because it's only. You organize. You organize it. He doesn't have a partner. Okay, he has a partner. Okay. But if you come with me, sure. No, your husband's waiting for you. He doesn't have a He doesn't have a partner. You have a partner? All right. You too, and then she's my partner. Anyone not have a partner? Okay. Tell me. Tell me everything, wherever you like. Hare Krishna. Anyone need more time? 30 seconds? Okay, finish. Whatever you were saying, I'll give you a little time to finish it up and then we'll meet back. But you have it every day when you chant. But, you know, in ancient times, not ancient times, even the time of Bhaktivinoda Thakur, when you were initiated, you were given, the Guru would say, you're a cowherd boy. Same as yours. Okay. Who has the other microphone? Oh, I do. Hare Krishna. See, I need a servant to travel with me and tell me where everything I have is, because it's right in front of me and I can't see it. Krishna. All right. Who would like to share? You want to share, or you want to carry it around? Okay. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Hare Krishna. My partner was Narayana Priya Devidasi. My name is Amrita. And we were reflecting on yesterday evening's chanting and today's. Narayana Priya shared that the chanting yesterday was 80% improved from other time chanting.
Wow, fantastic.
Because thinking of Krishna personally.
Yes.
This morning was a little hurried and getting ready, etc. And she said she had to give herself more time to get into the meditation mood. That was something she realizes as a lesson to do.
Because you were rushed or what?
We were rushed, so she went right into chanting and didn't have that time to get into the meditative mood.
Well, my prayer for you is that if you keep practicing the mood, then at some point you won't have to practice to get in a mood. You'll just be in it. It'll just be how you do it. You know? Yeah. It's like if you're a good musician, you could get in the mood, but as soon as you start, you play well because you're good. You might play better after you warm up, but so we'll get to that point hopefully by practice. Thank you. That's beautiful. I'm happy for you.
Yeah. And for me, I realized when it was like accumulation. I was sharing my reflections. That when I'm chanting, maybe I give myself a free pass that my mind is going to jump. So I'm like, okay, the next round will be better. But through the workshop, I stop and adjust. And then I remember that the mantra, because in the affirmations and what we've been saying is an invocation to God to come personally. And sometimes I didn't have something to say to Krishna or ask for, and I just said, let's just be together and chant like that. And that was so sweet, just calm and feeling that the Lord was just there. So now I have a tool to adjust. Like I always realize it like when we try again, but now just remembering that God is here present and just asking or being with him. So
Beautiful.
thank you.
Thank you. I want to share something that I was sharing with Vishaka. Because Vishaka said, she shared and she said, well, how about you? What happened for you? And I was saying, I reinforced the realization that I think it's so important. I chant in my room. I like to chant alone and turn the lights out. Then I'm not distracted by anything or anybody or any sound or movement. That's just what I like to do. So that's what I do. And so, as I said yesterday, this is me time, but it's actually me and Krishna time. So I was telling Vishaka, if she and I wanted to talk about something important, and we would go to a room or go somewhere where it's quiet, sit in the corner of the restaurant, it's quiet, we'll talk about something. It's very easy to talk about. We try to talk about it in the temple. It's harder. Because people, hey Vishaka, where's the prasadam? Oh, Mahatma, Prabhu, can you sign my book? You know, it's like... So, that's an important realization I want to share with you. I probably already shared it, but I'll make it maybe more clear. That when you create this is just me and Krishna time. It's really hard for anything else to get in there. If you get it to a certain point, it's like she and I are talking, and you come up to me, I'm sorry I can't talk. It's like there's no room for anybody else, right? If you can get to that point, you don't have to worry about your mind. It's not even an issue, because all there is you and Krishna and the holy name. There's nothing else. There's you and your heart, which is just an aspect of you, and there's a holy name. What else? Oh, my mind. Why would your mind be there? It's just you and Krishna. The mind would have it has nothing to do. Your mind has nothing to do in that environment, right? It's just me and Krishna. No mind is necessary. So when everyone says, my mind wanders, to me it means you haven't shut your life off. You're not coming from your heart. That's why your mind's engaged. Your phone's still on. You're still half. Vishaka's talking to me and I'm looking at my phone every once in a while. Right? So, I'm thinking, this is really beautiful. I didn't tell you this. Prabhupada said if you think of Krishna, he thinks of you. So you're sitting there with Krishna chanting and you're thinking, it's just me chanting to Krishna. No, he's thinking of you. Isn't that beautiful? It's not just you. Well, it's me and Krishna, but it's Krishna and you also. So you're in this room, you're alone with Krishna, that's your internal space. If you can make that, this is time I give for Krishna. This is what this time is for. When you make that internal commitment, it's so easy to chant because there's nothing else there. You didn't bring in and you didn't allow anything. I'm not allowing anyone to talk to me, talking to Vishaka. That's it. Prabhu's, we're going to talk for 10 minutes, don't bother us. So now we just talk. It's very easy for me to focus because I don't have to do anything else. This time I'm giving for her. She wants to talk to me. And I promised her I would talk, and I have to make a space and time. So you have to make the space. And then I was chanting this morning, and I was thinking, somebody's going to knock on my door. Don't knock on my door. And I was thinking, if they knock on my door, I'm going to tell them I can't talk because I'm listening to Krishna. Not because I'm chanting Japa, because at that moment, I was hearing Krishna. And I don't want you to knock on my door, because then I'll stop hearing him. So it's Krishna's thinking of you, Krishna's talking to you. It's not just you. It's both. Isn't that beautiful? You think of Krishna. Whenever you're chanting, thinking of... Krishna's thinking of me? Like, why would he think of me? That's like... What a waste of time that is. No. We're going to talk about this later. I have a mission for the next session of this course to completely blow your mind, like completely blow it. And I promise you I will do that. And though this Krishna listening, thinking of you is just the beginning of what you're going to learn. Even that is amazing, isn't it? That Krishna's thinking of me? Yes, he's thinking of you. It's just the beginning of what we're going to talk about. So, creating that environment, that's like, if you can just do that, everything else is easy. You create that environment, it's just me and Krishna. So, as I was chanting, I was thinking, yes, Krishna, I'm chanting your name, and everything about bhakti, everything about devotional service is contained in how I chant your name. All my bhakti, all my focus, all my, I just read this story I mentioned in class. But I read another story. A man gave a king a carrot, the biggest, best carrot he had. And the king was so happy. He said, thank you. I have a field next to your field. You can have that. Thank you so much. So another man heard that story. And he said, well, I'm going to give the king my horse. And he'll give me he'll probably give me 100 horses. So the man gave the king the horse. And the king said, thank you very much. And he didn't give him anything. And he said, but you gave the man the carrot land. You didn't give me anything. He said, you weren't giving me anything. You were giving yourself something. You were giving this to get something. You were giving yourself something. So, like when you're chanting, it's like your relationship with Krishna. It's like, how do you want to chant? Do you want to offer your heart? Do you want to offer your mind? Do you want to offer surrender? Like, what do you want to do? Because everything in bhakti can manifest while you're chanting. Your mood, your attitude, your devotion, your lack of it, your willingness to surrender. Do you want to chant to please Krishna? You just want to chant to get your rounds done? What is it? What do you want? A better job? What are you chanting for? So while I was chanting, I was thinking, this is really interesting. I think everything that we understand about how we should approach Krishna can be done during japa. All those moods can just come. But when you create that space where it's just me and Krishna time, it's natural. What else are you going to do there? Right? There's no, if there's you and God and you understand Bhagavad Gita and what Krishna wants, think of me, become my devotee, worship me, love me, surrender. What are you going to do with your japa? That's what you're going to do. Man, mana, bhava, mad. You're going to, Krishna, I want to be a pure devotee. You're thinking of him. In your heart, you're bowing down. You're worshiping. You can do. There's one devotee. He does puja while he's chanting because he's a pujari, and every mantra is a flower. Hare Krishna, and he visualizes he's offering at Krishna's feet. You can do puja. Prabhupada said you can build a throne in your heart. Build a throne out of diamonds and invite Krishna. Hare Krishna, come in, Krishna. I'll worship you with the light, lamplight of my love, the tears. I'll bathe you with my tears. All of this. You can do anything. Everything is there, but you can't do it unless you shut off. Just like you can't worship the deity if you don't shut. Like you're trying to worship the deity and you get an emergency call. You're just like, I'll do it later. You don't do it simultaneously. So that was just reinforcing a realization that I've had many times before. If you just master the art of me and Krishna only, you don't have to worry about your mind. It has nothing to do. It's just you and Krishna. It's all because at that point, there's nothing left to do but talk to Krishna, pray to Krishna, offer your heart, offer your devotion. That's all. And because it's just you and Krishna, you cannot neglect him. When it's you, Krishna, your phone, the TV, the blender, this, easy to neglect him. Right? But it's just you and Krishna, you can't. Because then you know you're neglecting him. Right? Because there's nothing else going on. It's just you and Krishna. Now what are you going to do? As soon as you neglect him, you know it. Like it's just me and Krishna, and I'm not looking at you. I'm not paying attention. So that's why that's so beautiful and so necessary. And that's why it's so hard to chant when you can't do that. Poor mothers, I feel sorry for you. It won't last forever, but as much as you can find a time and space, even to chant one, if you chant one round like that, where it's just you and Krishna, nothing else, and you give in your heart, and that's like way better than 16 broken mridanga rounds, for sure. Yeah. So that's really, really important. Like, any time a devotee says, I'm having trouble controlling my mind, the first thing I think is, you don't know how to chant. You're not chanting. You're not in the right mood. If you're in the right mood, you would never say that. Now, also, what's important to understand is, we know where does the mind go. It goes to what it's attracted to. So to say, my mind is distracted is basically saying I have absolutely no attraction for chanting. I can't even focus on it. Right? So we have to move everything out of the way. Now there's nothing else to focus on but the holy name. That's it. That's all there is. It's just me and the holy name. There is nothing. That's the goal when you chant. It's just you and the holy name. Because if there's anything else, your japa is going to suffer. Right? Just like we're having a conversation. If there's something else, I'm looking at my watch, I'm looking at a book, you're talking to me, it doesn't work. So that's really important. Because, yeah, the mind is going to go everywhere if you allow it. And you know what's funny? You can sit and watch a movie. When you watch a movie, most of you, if not all of you, are in samadhi. You have no idea what the world, your whole apartment could crash in an earthquake and you'd be like, did something happen? Isn't it? So we can do this. We can do this. Thank you. Who else would like to share? Yes. Oh, you have a mic. Yes.
Hare Krishna, morning everyone. I'm from Amrita. My partner today was Yashita. I'm sorry. Thank you for suggesting the exercise today, because we are the same, but our mind is different every day, right? So today I noticed that my mind was going everywhere and was really hard to focus. And we are discussing about this, that Krishna is available for us every moment, all the time. But we are not available for Krishna, right? So we need to set the ground and prepare ourselves to enter in this mood, to have this conversation with Krishna. So one thing that helped me was to take a deep breath, and I said for my mind, okay, let's start. And after the first round, I was like, oh yeah, I'm here with Krishna, with my friend, having this conversation, like the walk that is said. So this was
like
one thing
what?
that we, like the walk, because you share with us that you said, I never had so many walks with someone in my life.
Yeah.
And this makes much sense.
Yeah.
And she said that when we put ourselves in a mode of trying to be more humble and recognize that maybe we're not able to chant in our best state, but okay, let's try. This opens a space in our heart to see what can blossom. And this is the goal. This is what we need to, we want to improve, and we want to focus on the next days.
You know, it's also a beautiful thought. It's great, very inspiring. This Krishna name, this relationship you're creating and this name you're chanting, that's the name you're going to be chanting when you die. That's the relationship you'll have when you die. So wouldn't it be good to have a better relationship now? Closer, sweeter, like this is everything, this is my home. I've gone home every day for 2 hours. And so when I die, I know what home looks like. I'm there. So the whole world's crashing. I'm leaving my body, but I'm centered on this place that I've been to every day for 2 hours. And that place I've been to, that's the main way I relate to Krishna. Because at least for me, I don't relate to Krishna 2 hours in any other way, 365 days a year. So I know that place. And if I have a bad relationship with that place, it's going to make it difficult. And if I have a good relationship with that place, then when life gets difficult, I can still go there. And many people, when life gets difficult, they stop chanting. That means they don't have a deep connection with that place. Otherwise, that's the first place they would go. That's a sign. If things get really difficult and you don't go to that place, probably that's not your place. You've never really nourished that place. Isn't that interesting? That's the place we need to go to. So if you cultivate that place, you have amazing experiences chanting, that's your place. That's where you go. When the world's falling apart, that's where you go. That's where you go when you need strength. When you have some big service you feel you can't do, that's where you go. You have your home. That's you. That's your Krishna and Radha that you know better than any other form. So to not have that and to take shelter of running away, like many people run, I haven't chanted my rounds in 3 days. Why? Well, it's a big disaster. What are you taking shelter of now? That's sad, isn't it? Yeah. So that's really, really important. Thank you for that. Hare Krishna. Next. The next person who gets the mic. Oh, you have it. Yes. No, you have it.
Hare Krishna. Absolutely amazing as usual. Actually, so funny that last night I was writing and I wrote, when I chant, I feel at home. So it actually resonates.
Beautiful.
I know sometimes that with challenges and health issues and everything else, it's really taking shelter. I always say that your faith is really being tested in challenges, not when life is going so cheerful and everything else. I also was thinking that, also the second point that you said that, how you're chanting your rounds, like that's like when you do pass away, that's how you'll be chanting. And I also touched upon that, when we do return home, eventually, hopefully, I would love for Krishna to say, be proud that this was my devotee, this is my devotee. So depending upon my relationship with him and how I chant, it's also not in an egotistical way, but it is also as a humble and empowering way that, Krishna has given me so much. What am I offering to him? What am I giving to him? And I can only chant purely the best that I can. So I love that you touched on both of my points.
Thank you. It's so nice. I can love Krishna just by chanting with devotion. Jiva Goswami said, there are different ways to chant, but the best way, most effective, most powerful is chant with love. And love couldn't be further away from ritual, could it? The furthest distance from ritual is love. And the furthest distance from love is ritual. You want it? Oh, who are you? You wanted to speak? No. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. I just wanted to share the biggest two things I was able to keep with me from yesterday's seminar when I was chanting my japa was one, that when I was chanting, if I found my mind getting distracted or going elsewhere, I kind of try to think, like, if I was a pujari, like worshiping Krishna, and Krishna's deity was sitting right in front of me, I would never even think of those things. So I was mentally putting those things down and away and just trying to picture Krishna in front of me.
Beautiful.
Like we were talking. And the second was that I was trying to picture Krishna's physical form in front of me, and it was that if I talked to him nicely and I gave him my attention, then going forward I'd have more good conversations with him. But if I was going to ignore him and chant bad japa, then it set the precedent for more bad japa. So
Definitely.
I guess it was just that, if I didn't want to feel so much guilt or feel so bad and see Krishna, then I had to just talk to him, and he was right there.
Beautiful. You want to hear something funny? A reporter asked Prabhupada, "So, Swamiji, what do you get by chanting?" He said, "You get more chanting." It's completely. He's like, "What?" So Prabhupada said, "You get a taste, and you want to chant more. You get more chanting." Yeah. So then I thought, well, what do you get by bad chanting? You get more bad chanting, right? What do you get by good chanting? You get more good chanting. So Prabhupada was referring to good chanting. What do you get? More good chanting, isn't it? So that is, to me, that is extremely scary. And if I don't chant well, I'm gonna just, I'm gonna get bad japa samskars. Yeah, I mean, really, we could retitle this course, Getting Rid of Bad Japa Samskars. That's really what we're doing. Replacing them with good samskars. Who else would like to share? The good, the bad, the ecstasy, the agony.
I have a question.
Okay.
When you mentioned also when I was speaking to you that even creating an environment is an effort, and that brings affection. Do you think there are some action items that we can do mechanically at least to create an environment and put that effort? Like you mentioned, you chant with lights off.
I would say the more there's distractions, the more it's going to take you. The more there's distractions, the more energy you have to put into avoiding distractions. So you want to put energy into your chanting, your bhakti, but now you got to put energy into not noticing distractions. So the less distractions, the better. And as I think we discussed, early in the morning is naturally less distractions, unless you make distractions, but they don't come to you unless you go to them, right? If you're chanting in a time and place where distractions come to you, it's really difficult, right? So that's the external. So the external environment without distraction means, well, what time and where? Some devotees chant in a temple and somebody chants very loud, and they can't chant, so I'm distracted. Maybe you shouldn't be, but you are. So you go somewhere else where you're not distracted. You chant at home, phones off, computers off, it's all, just put in another room. Just, that's it. Yeah. I don't think it's a good idea to have your phone anywhere where you could reach it when you're chanting. Like you have to get up to get it, It's like, well, if you get up to get it, you're like, why am I getting up to get my phone? Is it absolutely necessary? But if you can just reach it, it's easy to look at it, and you don't need to. For those of you who are a little younger, I just want to explain to you, you may not realize this, or you may not understand how this was possible, but there was a time on this planet when no one had a mobile phone, and they were just fine. They were more than just fine. I showed some devotees a video of a party we had in 1992, chanting on the mall in D.C., Washington, D.C., and they're looking and said, the kids look so different. They didn't know it was 1992 because everybody wears the same clothes, T-shirts and jeans, basically. They said, they look different, they look happy. I go, yeah, this is 1992. They didn't have any phones. They said, because they're like, look, yeah, they were all talking to one another. That's why they look different. Yeah. So it's just nice to reflect there was a time in the world for most of the history of the universe where there were no mobile phones. So like people were okay. They survived. They survived their morning without going on the phone, because before mobile phones, like nobody could go on the phone in the morning. It's like, why would you? You just go on at like 9 o'clock or something when your day starts. Isn't it? Yeah. So that's just something to think about. And before the internet, there was the post office. You heard of the post office? Anyone heard of the post office? Letters? Anybody heard of letters? Written by hand? Wow. Very archaic, right? That's how you communicated. So I think as devotees, we really have to go against the grain of modern culture consciously, because what our phones are doing is it's putting us totally in the mode of passion, because you can get so much done and you can do multiple things simultaneously with people all around the world, it's like crazy. It is intensely crazy. And it's not good for japa. It really isn't. So another thing, Vishaka, in creating that environment, what are you going to do? What are you doing in the evening before you go to bed? Looking at your phone, answering messages, it's just all of that. Because if you create the external environment, it doesn't guarantee you'll have the internal environment. It just helps. But, if your internal environment is like total rajas, it's just rajasic all the time, a million things, you sit down to chant, it's really difficult because your mind's not used to being peaceful. You have to have more sattva in your life. So if you don't have any sattva, you have like, at least all morning be in sattva gun. You can go into Bhaja gun later. And before you go to bed, go back in sattva, Chant, read. I know, have you had this experience? You have rounds left, and it's like you got 3, 4, 2, 1, and so, it's like 8:30 at night, you're chanting before you go to bed. Rounds the next day are like, they're better because it's like, oh, I was chanting, I was like going to bed chanting. So I think that's really important. We are products of our environment. Everyone is products of their environment. So many people think they're not products of their environment, but that's not true. It's insidious. It just gets in. You can't avoid it. It affects us. Everything you see and hear and taste and smell and touch has some effect. So you can't see something. You know what's so interesting about this? I was just thinking of this yesterday. It's so obvious, but I never really contextualized it. Sometimes a devotee will hear something, like some blasphemy, maybe of Srila Prabhupada or some devotee in ISKCON, and they'll leave ISKCON, right? They heard one thing, and that one thing completely altered their consciousness, and they leave. Or they give up bhakti. Isn't that interesting? Or some devotees not doing well, and they hear one thing, and they're like, oh my God, thank you for saying that. That helped me so much. One thing. We see that. One thing. Wow. What we see, what we hear, how powerful that is. So, we talked about this yesterday. As you become more conscious of improving your japa, you become more conscious of what your life looks like and how it might be undermining your ability to just sit and chant nicely, or to make the time, or to prioritize. Because when you're doing all this stuff in the morning, look at it, let's go back to this idea of personal relationship. I have a personal relationship with the holy name. So during the morning, I'm doing other things along with my chanting. What message did I send to Krishna? At least these other things are like equally, if not more important than you, right? I'm chanting and I don't have to do anything, but I do. So I just told Krishna, you're cool, but, I need to do something else. So if you want to improve your japa, you have to show Krishna that it's a priority. You have to make him a priority, show him your priority, and then he helps you. If you show, why is my japa so bad? Well, if you're not showing Krishna that it's a priority, there's your answer. You want his help, and you're showing him that it's not that important. There are other things important, maybe more important. So he's a person. Think of Krishna just as you would think of a friend or lover, and ask yourself, if I did that to a friend or lover, how would they feel? And don't think Krishna wouldn't feel that way. Don't impersonalize him. Oh, he's God, he doesn't feel anything, he's transcendental. That's what got you in trouble, thinking like that. Because you think, he doesn't really care, he doesn't even know I'm chanting, If I stop chanting, he doesn't care. Well, I will prove you to be wrong in the next session of this course. As I said, I will blow your mind. It'll be my great satisfaction for you to have major transformation. And that idea that Krishna doesn't care will never again exist anywhere in your heart or mind, consciousness, intelligence, ego, body is gone forever. That's my goal. And once that's gone forever, it's much easier to have that personal relationship with the holy name. I don't know if that answered your question, but that was an answer. But also I would say, as you progress in your japa, you know from experience what helps you and what hinders you. And so if you're serious, you just avoid what hinders you. So you have the external environment and you have the internal environment. So the external should facilitate the internal. So you want to create this mood where you can focus. And as we said yesterday, it might be different for you than it is for me. You know, say, I can't walk when I chant, I get distracted. And another person says, I can't sit when I chant, I get distracted. I have to walk. So, all right. Then walk. Why not? Who else would like to share? Psychiatrist, I have good news for you. I'm going to come out with a book, the title of which is How Your Psychology Affects Your Japa. I gave 4 lectures on it, and we're transcribing that into a book. It's going to be, that'll be a first for ISKCON, maybe in the world, yeah, at least a first for ISKCON. How your psychology affects your meditation, yeah. It definitely does. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. I have a similar example how psychology affects and answer to what Vishakha Mataji was asking for the environment. So after yesterday's attendance of the program and the learning from you, I was in a really uplifted mood. So I have a ritual and I have a question also. I hope I don't forget about rituals. But I have a ritual of lighting a lamp in the evening and doing 1 mala. So that was amazing. Like I was constantly meditating on what I learned from here, that Radha and Krishna, I want to engage, please engage me in your service. And Krishna, I want your heart to connect to my heart.
Right.
I constantly meditated on that while doing the japa, and I had all tears rolling. I was really in the right state. And then came Maya knocking my head, and my another ritual is to have dinner with Netflix. So the web series, and I did say, no, Rima, you shouldn't, but Maya was the winner, and I just sort of convinced me that no, I'll be good. I'll be able to manage, watch the next serial, and then I'll be good. But I watched, and it was all gone. And so the morning japa that I do was hard to concentrate. And I realized that's what I did.
Yeah.
I did the damage.
Watch out what you do at night.
Absolutely.
Watch
so
out what
so
you
much.
put.
Yes, what I put at night.
You had a question, or you?
Sorry?
You had a question?
Yes, the question was, you just mentioned right now something about ritual. I hope that was in context of japa. I just noted that down. I don't know why. I just noted that down. Something about ritual. Furthest distance from love is ritual. So is it in context of japa, when we do japa as a ritual? Is that what you're saying?
It could be japa, it could be anything. The connotation of ritual in the sense we're talking about it is an action without love.
Because otherwise my other rituals of praying, lighting incense, I enjoy that. That grounds me.
That's not a ritual in the sense we're using it. We're using it in the sense of it's not heartfelt. It's a focus on an external. Because in the material world, everything is focused on external. In your job, you have to produce results. Nobody cares that much about what your motive was, your intention, your consciousness. Just, you got the job done, here's your paycheck. So that's the context of ritual. Job done, but no Krishna consciousness, no devotion. So, but sometimes the ritual is part of the devotion. If you want to love Krishna, he says, do it this way. So I'm doing it this way because that's what he wants. But usually rituals, I'm doing it this way because I'll get a benefit. Something for me, right? Let's go to the temple, we'll offer a candle, we'll offer a donation. It'll be good for us.
So when do I ask for myself? Because I have needs. I have materialistic needs. Should I stop asking for them? Because what I thought in my mind after what we learned yesterday, that japa is not when you're asking something. So in my mind I divided that when I do the japa, I'm not asking for me. And when I'm doing my daily prayers, then I can ask. But
well, I have a better idea. As you evolve in bhakti, faith develops in Krishna's protection. So, instead of asking, you just know it's going to come. That's a higher. And you know what's interesting also? Sometimes we pray, Krishna, I need something. But we should pray with faith that it will come. Like it's already coming. So, Krishna, I know you will take care of me. So I don't have to pray for these certain things because I know I'm your devotee and I have confidence you'll take care of me. That's a little higher state, but that's what you want to come to. That. Like I don't want to... See, because the devotee doesn't want to ask Krishna for anything other than pure devotional service because it's a relationship. I had a friend when I was a teenager and he had a go-kart, a little motorized cart. And the only reason anyone was his friend is because they wanted to ride the cart. And so we'd go over to his house. And sometimes he didn't want to ride the cart because he was sick of us just coming over to ride the cart, just asking him, can we ride the cart? So, the Shastra says Krishna will give you whatever you want. Just take it. You want this? Okay, you can have it. But he can give you love. It's like Prabhupada said, it's like going to the king and asking him for, a piece of paper or something. He can give you a whole kingdom. He said, no, I just need a piece of paper to write a note. Krishna can give you love, and you're asking for this or that. But here's something I would like you to think about. Two things. Imagine you were on the altar. That's you, not... Imagine you were sitting behind Krishna, listening to everyone's prayers, and everybody comes up. Give me this, give me that, give me this, give me that. I lost my job, I need a new job, I'm applying for a higher position in the company, give me that. I just bet on the horse race, let me win. My wife she's so bad, make her good. Make her do what I say, she'll just do anything I say. Jai Jagannath. And then a devotee comes and says, Krishna, what do you want from me? How can I serve you? I just want to love you. And you're listening to that. And you'll probably feel sorry for Krishna having to hear all that other stuff, wouldn't you? Like, oh, these people, they're just thinking about themselves. They're only coming to you because they want something from you. It looks like they're religious, but they just want something from you. So that's one thought. That's how it gives us, because we're trying to personalize this. So we want to think from Krishna's perspective. Even though he's God and we think he doesn't feel this way, he does. And then another thing that I think is so funny, so we could make a video, like a funny video. So someone you can do this now with, AI. We'll make the deity talk, so it'll be like there and they'll be talking. I think someone should do this video. It's like, please, my health, please help me with my health. And the deity goes, stop eating all that junk food. Stop cooking in all that oil. Eat more fresh vegetables and fruits. That's what the deity says. Then someone comes up, I'm coming to pray for exams. Get out of here and go home and study. I'm praying, I get a better job. Yeah. Go back to school and get qualified. So it's like those kinds of prayers, they become ridiculous. It's like God's supposed to solve all your problems and you're creating all the problems that he's supposed to solve. And then it gets really ridiculous. Prabhu, is it my karma that I'm sick? And I go, yeah, look at what you eat. It's definitely your karma. But they're thinking, it's not what I eat, it's just past life. No, you get karma for everything you do now also. Was it my karma I got in a car accident? Was that in the chart? No, you fell asleep, that's why. You should have, shouldn't have been driving at 1 a.m. when you only slept 4 hours the night before. So it gets ridiculous, Now we're blaming God. But I'm a devotee. Why did he allow me to do this? It's like, why didn't you just take rest? So we have to think practically from Krishna's position. So I think that's very real, isn't it? So you can imagine us as Americans, we have a few good jokes when we hang around with Hindus and see what they do. It's kind of funny to us, that you would pray for God to help you while you're doing something completely the opposite of what you're praying for. I think that's funny. I was like, huh? Would make a good video, wouldn't it? Is that okay? Yes.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. I have a realization and also a question at the same time. When you were saying that watch what you do before going to bed and make sure your consciousness is right, I was reflecting that, when we're going to meet somebody special the next day, we start preparing the night before.
Yeah, good point.
And when you mentioned yesterday that, if you want to think about Krishna, read his pastimes at night, so you can have good japa. So I was wondering if there's something specific that we can do at night that you suggest that can help us get.
Yeah, something specific you could not do is eat late at night. That's one thing you can do. Have you heard about all these people are talking about how valuable fasting is? So fasting means you eat lunch and then you don't really eat anything. Or maybe you eat a little bit. I don't like to eat at night. My doctor told me I have to, but I might eat a little bit. But that's one thing. And I think, at least for me, and I think for many devotees, what has helped us so much is just studying about the holy name. Because if you read the books of Bhaktivinoda Thakur about the holy name, like Harinam Chintamani, or there's another book called Jaiva Dharma, and he has 2 chapters. It's called Nam Tattva. And you read about it, it's so amazing, because everything I'm talking about, he says it practically in the same way I said it. It wasn't like, it's just because it's just common sense. It's but he gives you some theology about the holy name, and it makes you appreciate the holy name more. And I think that's really a big part of improving japa is appreciating. So, but I think anything you do at night, don't have a fight at night. Don't have a fight. Don't criticize anybody. Don't watch Netflix. We have a testimony here. Unless it's the Nishringa movie or Mahabharata or something. I think also don't do something in the evening that you know is going to be hard to stop doing. Like something you really like. Like maybe you're an artist. Say, I want to start working on this drawing, and you can't stop. You're in the middle of it. It's like midnight, and you're like, which is good if you want to stay up all night on Ekadasi or something. But I think the basic point is that if you want to improve your japa, well, I would say the more you want to improve it, the more you'll be conscious of all the things that you could do that would help it, and all the things you could do or are doing that are making it difficult. So why should we make it difficult for ourselves, right? And maybe, if you're alone at home, you just space out and then come to the temple. If you're not too far, I'll chant in the temple. There's a lot of devotees, like where I live in Alachua, they just come to the temple, basically, to chant their rounds. That's for them, I'll go from this time to this time and I just get it done, So, whatever you think will work for you, and you'll understand to the degree you want to improve. You'll understand what works. Not living a life in passion and ignorance. Trying to be more sattvic in your daily life, that helps. Because you need a sattvic mind to chant. So I think that's quite important.
It's interesting. Yeah, thank you, Prabhu. It's interesting that you shared a do not do list rather than the do list. Yeah, it's very interesting. I think I'm going to make a do not do list.
I heard this, I don't know who he is, if he's a psychologist, is anyone they studied. He said, what do you think is more important, being positive or not being negative? He said, 100% not being negative, because negativity ruins everything. You could be positive and also negative also, but if you're not, so that's something to consider. I mean, that's my experience. There's a lot of negative things that can really impact in the wrong way. But I think we can all realize that the average member of the Hare Krishna movement does not take their japa as seriously as they should. I think we can understand that, and we are living examples of that. And so that is really, if you got nothing else from this, if you just walked out of this workshop with, I need to take my japa more seriously, Krishna will reveal so many things. That's really what we want to take on. I'm not taking it as seriously as I want to, so I make it difficult for myself. Why can't I control my mind? Yeah, well, there's a lot of reasons. That pizza and ice cream at midnight does not help. Yeah. Okay, who else has a comment?
Just one more
okay.
question.
Yeah.
You mentioned that knowing about the glories of the holy name helps, like reading books like you mentioned Harinam Chintamani or Nama Tattva by Bhaktivinoda Thakur. There are so many books like this. So yesterday also you were mentioning that we don't chant by head, we chant by heart. So how should, because the things that they have mentioned in those books, it's very deep and detailed that we need to realize them deep in our heart first to be able to do the chanting with heart.
Bhaktivinoda Thakur is not so deep. Some of it is, but he's very practical. He really is practical. Have you read Harinam Chintamani?
A little bit, yes.
Yeah, it's very practical. You might get in some other books, Bhajan Rahasya, but that's like his own practice of, but Nam Tattva, it's not. It's really good. It's not deep, I don't think. If it is, let me know and I'll explain it. I'll try.
Okay.
And if it's too deep, then you say, well, that's, I'm not ready for that, and just skip over it.
That makes sense.
That's okay.
Thank you, Prabhu.
Anything else? Yes. Oh, no. Radhika.
Hare Krishna.
Do you know that traditionally the name Ram in the Hare Krishna mantra refers to Radhika Ramana? Did you know that? Yeah. Prabhupada said it can be Ram, it can be Balaram, it could be Radhika Ram, the Hare Krishna. So it's Hare Rama is also Krishna, the lover of Radha, one who takes pleasure in Radha. Hare Ram, Hare Rama. Yeah. If you go to Gaudiya Math, that's the only thing they'll tell you it means. They won't even say it means Ram or Balaram. Prabhupada said it means Ram Balaram or Radhika Raman. So Radhika Raman. It's the pleasure of Radha.
Thank you for sharing that. One
my partner was Amalaratna, and I'll just share a challenge that I had this morning was that, you really spoke about morning time is just prioritize Krishna and just say to yourself, until this time it's me and Krishna, and then I won't let the outside world creep in. But it's amazing this morning, it was so easy for me to forget that. Because it's years of bad habits that I'm trying to undo. And it's so easy for me to think, I'll quickly check an email, and that way it'll be out of my consciousness, and then I'll chant. But then instantly, I got sucked into something. My team is working this weekend, and I'm not, and I just thought, I'll be a good team member, I'll quickly check, I'll help them out. But then it's so easy, like 30 minutes just evaporated. And then I was telling Amalaratna that it's crazy because, like, it's just a reflection of my ego. Like, who do I think I am? Like, Lord Brahma. He's running the entire material creation, yet his sadhana, I'm sure, is amazing. That person who has so much more responsibility than I can even dream of can carry out devotional service. And it's so easy for my ego to think that I'm so important. I matter to my team. I got to do this. It's the right thing to do. And it's crazy that instantly Krishna became second, and then I can just see how that mode of passion just kicked in right away at 7 a.m. in the morning. And I tried to be nice to myself this morning. I didn't want to beat myself up because I was like, this is years of bad habits that I have to undo. So that's a challenge. And today's a Sunday and that happened, so I'm a little afraid of what happens Monday through Friday when the mode of passion is just so strong. And we have to prioritize them, but we were saying, like, we live in a city where this energy is crazy in Toronto. We have so much to battle against. Like, in this country, like, Toronto is crazy. Every single person thinks that work is everything and achieving something is everything, and it's just so hard to battle against that, Even if I have that sacred time in the morning, I can see when I go into work and I spend 9 to 5 with everybody who just thinks that material achievement is everything, and that's my association for X number of hours a week, and it just creeps into everything.
Thank you for sharing that. I think what I was hearing is by checking your emails, you lost the meditator's mood and you went into the worker's mood. And your worker's mood is so second nature to you, it was hard to get out of it. Which underscores the need to practice getting out of it in order to create a new habit. And it's going to take time and effort. And the second point you made about the environment, I think it just underscores how much effort we have to make both in our chanting and our daily sadhana. And we all know when we ease up on it, that's when all the problems come. Because it's like, it's all around us. And if you open the door a little, it's just the flood comes in. So I think maybe what would help is say, don't underestimate your own weakness. It's like you should overestimate your weakness so that when that happens, to say, I can't look at one email. I can't do that, because if I do, I'm going down the rabbit hole. It's like they have a commercial when I was a kid for some kind of cracker, and the commercial said, I bet you can't eat one. Because you bet you can't eat one. Yeah. So I bet you can't just look at one email and get out of there, without getting entangled. So part of the practice of Krishna consciousness is being realistic about our own weaknesses, and then preventing ourselves from environments. And this is even true for more advanced devotees. But like I have a recording studio. It's quite nice. It's professional. Maybe it could be more professional, but it's professional enough for me. And I made a vow, which I occasionally break but rarely, is don't go in after 8:30, and don't, if you're already in, don't stay in after 8:30, because I could easily stay till midnight and not even know. It's the nature of the creative process. So I know that about me. It's like so easy. So it's just better I have a little sign, closed at 8:30, lock the door, or 9 latest. So I think we all need to do something like that where we're weak. And then, again, by habit, you just keep doing it after a while. Maybe you'll forget that there's anything to do in the morning other than japa. The other thing I was thinking when you were talking about, look at Prabhupada. He was running the whole movement. He didn't do anything in the morning. He translated, and he went on a morning, translated, chanted japa, went on a morning walk, gave class, took breakfast, had a massage, and then like 11 o'clock started his day. He started his day translating. 11 o'clock he'd look at his mail. So he had that whole morning. And so I was asked to give a lecture tonight, and one of the things I wanted to talk about is how in control Prabhupada was of his life. He didn't get pushed around by what was going on. Like exactly what you said, he didn't get pushed around by it. Secondly, in addressing that influence that's around us, try to understand why Prabhupada put so much emphasis on writing books. He could have just written the first canto in Bhagavad Gita, had the teachings of Lord Chaitanya, nectar of instruction, nectar of devotion, we'd be good. And he wrote the whole Bhagavatam, whole CC, because he knew exactly what you said. And he knew we have to hear a lot to strengthen our intelligence, to give us a clear vision, so that when we're being influenced by this comparison and how we were raised, to be successful, and money equates to success, and your job title equates to your self-esteem, and all of that, you were so tied into self-worth in terms of performance, especially men. But I guess women now also, because you're kind of doing the same thing that men do. And in Prabhupada's books will help us work through that and help us keep our eye on the goal, that Krishna consciousness is important. Not, if my coworkers think I'm not the greatest thing that has ever hit the earth, it's okay. As long as I can have Krishna, that's all right. That's what's important. So Prabhupada's books remind us of these things. And without reading his books regularly, then we get influenced. For sure. Because the influence is so strong. Unless you were fortunate to be a hippie like myself, who looks at all of this and thinks, this is the stupidest thing I've ever seen. I never wanted to do this. I have no attraction for it. That's just a blessing that I have that samskara. I think I was born with it. And when I see people rushing around in a city like this, driving a Mercedes, I think, you must be so miserable. You probably have no time for yourself, and you're probably drinking on the weekend just to cope. What a life. You have a nice house down the street, but, it doesn't mean you're happy, right? Having a nice house is one thing. Figuring out how to be happy in a nice house, that's another thing. That's easier to get the house than figure out how to be happy in it, isn't it? So whenever you see nice material opulence, you think, okay, that looks good, but the problem is, once you have it, how do you become happy? And if you have it and you're not happy, you're more miserable than before you had it. Because that was supposed to make you happy, and it didn't. Right? Yeah, okay. Hare Krishna. I think, yes. Okay. We have, all right. I'm trying to figure out when to do this next session and how long we need. But I think we will be okay.
Thank you, Prabhu, for the workshop. I think all of us are grateful to you. So my partner was Antara Mataji, and both of us had similar some learnings. So just in brief, Antara Mataji mentioned about more personal connection with Krishna, more focus on chanting. She could hear Krishna talking. She didn't share with me what Krishna said. So less negative thoughts, focusing more on quality than quantity, not getting discouraged if I get distracted, just trying better in each round. So it was a lot of positivity in what Mataji experienced.
Beautiful. Thank you. I'm happy that you had such a good time. I'm happy when I hear all this, because otherwise, I come here and do this, and everyone's like, "My japa was the worst that's ever been this morning." It's like, okay, we just wasted time. But this is all good news. I have an idea. I don't want to waste time. So what I think we should do before we do the next session is just stand up and exercise a little bit. And if you have to use the restroom, go. Otherwise, just stay here, because I want to start the next. And don't buy any books this time. There'll be more time to buy books. And I also have USB sticks with my music and lectures on it. And there's I don't know, 700 hours of lectures. That's crazy. And 90 hours of music. And I have 52 guided meditations. I have 28 guided meditations on Japa, on that little blue CD, USB, excuse me. And I have 9 recordings that were formerly CDs. I have, 20 hours of live music. And as I said, all those guided meditations. So it's quite nice. And then on the black one, all those classes. There's a list over there, but don't look at it during the break, because I just want to, if you have to go to the bathroom, go. If not, just stay. And now everyone can stand up, and we're going to wake up and stretch. And so, follow me. I'm not a yoga teacher, but I can fake it. I used to do it in my younger days. Oh yeah, okay, we can do this. And this. And this. And you guessed it, this. Okay, and stay down. Keep your knees straight. Stay down. And when we come up, we're going to say Jai Sri Radhe like this. 1, 2, 3. Jai Sri Radhe. Go back. Sha. Do it again. Come down. Jai Sri Radhe. Sha. One more time. Jai Sri Radhe. Sha. Now we'll do some calisthenics. You're going to jump as high as you can and scream out Goranga. The goal is to try to hit the ceiling. Are you ready?
Yes.
Only one is ready. Are you ready?
Yes.
The count of 3, we'll say Goranga and we'll jump. All right? 1, 2, 3. Go! 1, 2, 3. Go! 1, 2, 3. Go! Now we're going to get serious. This is what they do in the South African Army. They don't jump from this position, they jump from this position. So if you're ready to jump from this position. So, but here's the thing. You have to jump, and when you land, you have to come back. You don't land on your feet, you come back. Land on your feet's too easy. Look at that old lady. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Go! You come back down. We'll just do it about 100 times. 1, 2, 3. Go! All right, one more time. 1, 2, 3. Go! All right, very good. Give yourself a big hand. Hare Krishna. So, if you need to run to the bathroom, please run. Literally run and come back, and then we're gonna. I think it's okay. Well, it's probably easier on me. Are ready. Take your seats. What's your name? Varun. Varun. Are you leaving soon? I can sign after. After lunch, yeah. I mean, no, after this session, before lunch. Yeah, I'll do it after this session. I just want to make sure we have enough time, because I'm not sure how long this will take. Okay. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Jai Shri Radhe. Okay. If you're out in the hallway or not here, please come back. And if someone could tell the Pujari to maybe ring the bell quietly, if we can find the Pujari. They probably know the Pujari when they do arching. To do it quietly, yeah. Okay. No. So, we have, I mentioned yesterday that we have a problem in our movement that's perhaps gone unnoticed. And that problem is some people don't fully believe Krishna loves them. And that the people who believe Krishna loves them don't fully feel it. So you could believe Krishna loves you in your head, but your heart doesn't believe it. It's hard to believe, right? Isn't it? Yeah. So, okay, I have to believe it because Prabhupada said it. Prabhupada said Krishna loves you even if you don't love him, all right? But the natural question comes, why would he love me? That does not make sense. And if we've had any experience in this world having difficulty loving ourselves, it's certainly hard to think why Krishna would love us. So first, let's start with the first point. We all know what's wrong with ourselves. And I think we had mentioned on Friday night, I believe. We all know what's wrong with it. We all know what's wrong with ourselves. And we tend to focus on that, don't we? Unless you're arrogant. But at least there's a tendency, more or less, at least to be well aware of what's wrong with us. And often to focus on it, maybe. To the point where we diminish what is good about us. And because we're devotees, we're not really supposed to focus on what's good about us. We're supposed to focus on what's bad about us, right? That's called humility. Yeah. So we can get a little preoccupied with that. And it's a little bit dangerous if you came to ISKCON feeling there's already something wrong with you. Now people tell you, oh, that's good. You should always think about what's wrong with you. That's great. And then you end up in her office trying to, sort things out because you're depressed. And so, we had mentioned that Krishna, when he looks at you, he does not look at you like you look at you. And this is a very interesting point. If you think Krishna looks at you like you look at you, you may not have a healthy relationship with Krishna. You might have a very guilty, embarrassing relationship with Krishna, thinking he sees all these bad things about me. And just as I don't like these bad things about me, he must not like them also. Right? And and that for whatever reason you don't like yourself, there could be so many reasons. It's not the purpose of this class to get into everything, but some of us are just like born that way. We have a, as we say, guilty conscience, right? I'm always saying I'm sorry. I'm always feeling I'm doing something wrong. Every time my guru says, I have to see you, you walk in, what did I do wrong, Guru Maharaj? You know, that's the first thing. I feel like that. Like, Prabhupada wanted to see me. I'm like, uh-oh. So many devotees. Prabhupada wants to see you. It's like, oh no, I must have done something wrong. So it's natural to think that way because we know what's wrong with us. But, first principle is, Krishna sees the good in you, not the bad. And Krishna is your father, and Krishna is only made of love. So he can only see you with love. It's very important to understand that. According to us, why would someone want to see me with love if I turn my back on them and try to beat them and compete with them? And I've done so many sinful things, and they were with me in the heart, and I was neglecting them. It doesn't make any sense that they would love me. So naturally we think, he must not love me. Although there's no evidence that he doesn't love you. It's just your own head that makes a logical conclusion. So, the goal of the next hour is to prove, and we might have to, if we have to go over an hour, I hope you can tolerate the pain of your stomach burning, but I just want to make sure we get this down, because it's like, how can I be a pure devotee if I don't even think Krishna loves me? Right? So we had mentioned yesterday, to think that Krishna loves me is not, I don't know if I mentioned this, but it's not for me to decide if Krishna loves me or not. That's for him to decide. Right? Yes? You, Premamrita, you cannot decide if I like you. You may think I don't like you, but I say, no, I do like you. So no, I like you. I don't think he likes me. Well, isn't that supposed to come from me? Of course you could say, you beat me on the head, but Krishna hasn't done anything to give evidence that he doesn't love us. So it's not up to us to decide if Krishna loves us, it's up to him, and he's already decided. He loves all his creation. Does Krishna love all his creation and everything within his creation? Does Krishna know how not to love? He is full of love inside out and in the middle. And that's all he knows how to do, right? So, we will convince you of that. Keep this idea in mind. Do not see yourself as you see yourself. See yourself as Krishna sees yourself. Do not treat yourself as you might treat yourself in a negative way. Treat yourself as Krishna treats you. So, there's a devotee that I work a little bit with, and we both have studied this topic on Krishna's love and how Krishna's love is connected with self-love. Because if Krishna loves me, then, and I treat myself the way Krishna treats me, then what do? I love myself. Right? I can't love myself, I'm so fallen, I fell down, I made a mistake, I did this, I ate onions the other day, I got up late, We have 180 million reasons not to love ourselves. But there's one reason that overrides it, that Krishna loves you. And he wants you to treat yourself the way he treats you. If I say, Premamrita, I like you, and Premamrita says, but I don't like myself, that hurts me. No, you should like yourself. You're likable. Especially if Premamrita were my daughter, and I said, I love you. Yeah, you probably do, but I hate myself. If I were a father, that would be difficult. So Krishna loves us, and he says, I don't know. Love yourself, I don't know. Okay. So now, a famous example of Krishna's love is in the Bhagavatam. The example is Putana. So Putana was liberated. She got the position of Krishna's mother. And the Bhagavatam says, who else should I worship but a God who will give such a blessing to someone who's trying to kill him, right? It gets better than that. Krishna told, I don't know if I have this written here. Yeah, look what Krishna told Putana. My causeless mercy upon you will always increase for all time. That's what he told Putana. Wow. What kind of person would do that? You come to kill them and he says, you have my mercy for eternity. And we think Krishna doesn't love us. That's crazy. Isn't it? Shri Sri Radha Chura Chora Gopinath ki jai, Jagannath Swami ki jai, Gaur Nitai ki jai. Krishna tells Putana, my causeless mercy upon you will always increase for all time. So this is unconditional love. He gives her the position of mother, that's unconditional love. And then he gives her a position where eternally the mercy will be given to her forever. So the unconditional love just increases. Isn't that interesting? You will have mercy forever. We do not have to qualify for Krishna's love. You just have to take it. It's already there. That's an important point, don't you think? It's given. There's no one qualifies for it. Because Krishna's not like that. Krishna says, I'm equal to all. That means he doesn't hate anybody. That means, when he says he's equal to all, he says, see, he doesn't love everybody. No. It means his love is there for everyone, but you have to take it. I'm equal. I'm not, you don't want it, then you don't get it. And if you want it, you get it. So the love is there. There's nothing you have to do, and there's nothing you can do not to get it. You can't not get his love. Now we think we can, right? Don't we? You think, look what I've done. Everybody, every one of us has something we've done that we wish we hadn't done. Maybe more than one something. If I could I would like to get amnesia and just, discreetly erase certain things from my mind so I don't have to remember them, that I did this. We all have that, right? And we're thinking, oh, those are the things that Krishna doesn't like about me because when I did that, my brother didn't like it, or my uncle, or my mother, or society said it was bad. Krishna doesn't deal with us that way. Krishna thrives on bhakti and devotion. That's what attracts him. Again, remember, he doesn't look at what we've done wrong. He looks at what we do. We look at what we've done wrong. And that's where the whole problem is, why we can't understand why he would love us having done so many things wrong. So we have to understand how he looks at us. We can't evaluate how he looks at us because we'll evaluate it materially, logically. We'll evaluate it. Well, if I did that, my mother would, never live. I'd never hear the end of it. And we think, so Krishna is the same as your mother. No, he's not. He's better. You might have a nice mother, but he's better. And if your mother ever said or did something bad, he doesn't do that. Okay. Listen to this next one. The divine tenderness extends not only to our present condition, this is from Vishwanath Chakravarti, but also to our future. Listen to what he says. Others may feel gratitude only after receiving an offering. Krishna is speaking. Well, Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur is speaking as Krishna. Others may feel gratitude only after receiving an offering, but I am grateful even for the gifts that will be offered in the future. Oh my God. And I reciprocate with those gifts before they are even given. Wow. You can all say wow. 1, 2, 3. Wow. I reciprocate with, you're going to think, next year I'm going to do this. Krishna says, okay, I'll reciprocate now. Wow. And God doesn't love us? Hare Krishna. We're just getting warmed up here. You might faint after I read something. He loves forward, meeting us not only where we are, but where we are becoming. Such is the mystery of His grace, ever ahead of us, ever drawing us home. Okay.
Prabhu, could you read that again?
He loves us forward, not only meeting, He loves us forward, meeting us not only where we are, but where we are becoming. Ever ahead of us, drawing us home. This next part is so amazing. It is so sweet. It's going to change your relationship with Krishna in major ways, I think. There is a book called Brihat Bhagavatamrita. How many of you are familiar with that book? So it's interesting that it's Bhagavatam, the nectar of the Bhagavatam. There's nothing about the Bhagavatam in it. I'm not sure why it has that title. Of course, Bhagavatam can mean so many in relation, but not the book Bhagavatam. But anyway, Uttara. You know Uttara? Uttara. Who was Uttara's son? Sutta Goswami? Is that correct? Oh, Parikshit. I'm sorry, Parikshit. So after Parikshit heard the Srimad Bhagavatam, she said, I didn't hear it. Can you explain it in essence? So that was the Bhagavatam. And so it has two sections. One section, Narada Muni is trying to find the best devotee. That's one section. It's a beautiful section. Every devotee he meets says, I'm not the best. There's a better. Trying to, like, what is pure devotion? Like, go all the way up to find what is pure devotion. And the next section, the other section, which we're going to read a few excerpts from, is a cowherd boy. His name is Gopakumar. And he's trying to find his way back home and where his home is. And he goes to different places, even all the way up to Vaikuntha. But he's a cowherd boy. So he's in Vaikuntha and he's dealing with Vishnu like Vishnu's a cowherd boy. Hey, what's up? It's going down, Vishnu. And everyone's there like, are you crazy? You can't deal with him that way. He didn't fit there. So finally, he makes it back to Vrindavan. And he gets to meet Krishna, and they have a conversation. And we're going to read that conversation. And this might be one of the most amazing conversations you ever hear. To put aside any doubts about Krishna's position. Thank you. About Krishna's position. Are you ready? You might want to hold the hand of the person next to you. This is amazing. Gopkumar goes back to the spiritual world. And this is where we want to be. We want to be doing what he's doing. And Krishna says, welcome. Welcome, my dear child. I am fortunate, most fortunate to meet you here. Krishna's looking forward to us going back. Wow. For so long I have been longing to see you. This is not Gop Kumar, this is you. This is all of us. I'm going to read this again. Welcome, welcome, my dear child. I am fortunate, most fortunate to meet you here. For so long I have been longing to see you. And Krishna doesn't love you? Sanatana Goswami explains that the repetition of words, welcome, welcome, and I am fortunate, most fortunate, this is why next workshop I give cannot be in a temple room. It just ruins it. It says you can't focus on something this deep. It's like it has to be somewhere else. Even if you have to pay for another place, it has to be. Yeah. Sanatana Goswami explains that the repetition of words, welcome, welcome, and I am fortunate, most fortunate, reflects God's overwhelming joy and eagerness in receiving His devotee. Krishna will be happy to see you when you go back to Godhead. You, and you, and you, and you. And I know it's hard to believe. Why would He be happy? Because you're His lost son, and He loves you, and He wants you to go back. And His love is unconditional and is not based on what you have done and what you haven't done. The Sanskrit word utkanta captures this longing. It describes a neck, kanta, straining high, ut, like a gazelle scanning the horizon, ever watchful, yearning for the arrival of the beloved. Krishna's waiting for all of us. Later it's explained why Krishna is in anxiety, because Krishna wants us to go back to Godhead, but He can't interfere with our independence. He can't choose for us. All He can do, the best He can do, is make arrangements so we will choose. So His anxiety is, I can't force you. I want you to come, but I can't force you. So let me make an arrangement that will enable you to come and hope that you'll take advantage of it. Whatever it is. Let me put Bhagavad Gita in your lap. Let me put an event in your life that makes you question why you're here. All of this. But He can't force you because He won't interfere with your independence. That's His anxiety. So He's doing all these things. He's giving us the facilities, looking, and He's thinking, are you going to make it in this life? I miss you. I want you to come back. Wow. You can say, wow. Yet here this longing is not from the soul, but from God Himself, who is eager, almost impatient, to offer His love, to serve His newly arrived devotee. Krishna continues, revealing the depth of His anticipation. My dear friend and darling, you have passed through many lifetimes without so much as a glance in my direction. Yet I was always there, a fool dancing with hope, thinking, perhaps in this lifetime, or this one, or this, He will finally turn to me. Wow. Amazing. Hare Krishna. Krishna is anxious. Will He make it in this lifetime? Or will it be the next or the next? Hare Krishna. Today you have fulfilled the longing I have held in my heart for so long. Please nourish your happiness and mine by staying here forever. In other words, don't leave me. Today to receive darshan is to stand unveiled before Krishna, to surrender. Oh, this is the word darshan. You know, Bhaktisiddhanta said darshan is not to see the deity, it's the deity to see you. So, in this commentary, darshan means standing before Krishna, being fully seen as we are. Krishna sees us as we are, and he accepts us. So you take darshan. Krishna knows you. He's offering this love, but he knows everything bad about you, but it's not a problem. So again, we go back. Darshan means to see ourselves as Krishna sees us. How does he see us? With love. And I know this idea of loving ourselves is difficult. Some of us think it's not a concept of Gaudiya Vaishnavism. Some of us psychologically we feel like, I've done so many bad things, how can I love myself? We can love ourselves by seeing ourselves as Krishna sees us. And I think, personally, if I'm good enough for Krishna, certainly I should be good enough for myself. And whenever we say, I'm not good enough for Krishna, I think we really mean I'm not good enough for myself. Because we're good enough for Krishna. So it means, I do not live up to my standard. I'm not good enough for myself. That's what we mean when we say I'm not good enough for Krishna. Isn't it? Yeah. But if I'm good enough for Krishna, I can accept myself. So the last statement here, before we go into our guided meditation, is a beautiful thought. Love is not something Krishna gives. Love is who Krishna is. It is what he does. It isn't like, I'm going to give it to you and not to you, and I'm going to give it to you tomorrow. He's not giving it. It's what he is. Love is who Krishna is. It is what he does. So when you understand that, it's what he does, then you can say, okay, now I understand that it's impossible for Krishna not to love me. I think that's clear. I'll read it again. Love is not something Krishna gives. Love is who Krishna is. It is what he does. Wow. Isn't that beautiful? Love is what he does. It's who he is. Now here's the problem. I think we're all convinced up here that Krishna loves us, and maybe some of us are starting to get it here. This is the problem. To fully embrace Krishna's love. And it's a problem if you don't love yourself, to embrace Krishna's love. Isn't it? I can't. To allow yourself to feel Krishna's love, you have to allow yourself. You have to remove any but, what ifs, and you just have to allow it. We're going to do an exercise that is it's going to take this love to another level in your own personal life. Are you ready? Okay. If you like, you can close your eyes, but don't, if you're going to fall asleep, don't do it. But if you could, it's better, just so there's no distraction, because you really want to meditate on what I'm saying. So I will guide you through a series of thoughts and feelings. And when we finish this exercise, I will ask you to turn to the person next to you, and whenever you come out of the exercise, and just discuss and reflect. So just, relax, sit up, and just sit in a posture and be in a consciousness to just be open to what I'm saying. And please don't be distracted. Krishna was personally involved in your life when he helped you come to Krishna consciousness. He knew what you wanted. He knew what you needed. And he brought your life to a point that would make you open and ready for bhakti. Then, at the perfect time, he arranged for you to meet him through meeting his devotees, getting prasadam, and receiving Prabhupada's books. Krishna was personally involved in your life. Meditate on how this all played out. How Krishna personally made these arrangements. How Krishna personally sent his devotees to help you. How Krishna arranged your life so that becoming a devotee was natural. Take a few moments to meditate on all the events that brought you to Krishna consciousness. Review, go back and review everything in your life that brought you to Krishna consciousness. And meditate on how that was all Krishna's doing to personally bring you to him. So take a moment to meditate like that. As you think about all the arrangements Krishna made for you, and as you remember the ways in which Krishna pulled you out of material life and brought you to his feet, feel his care, feel his concern and love for you. Allow yourself to feel how he made all these arrangements personally for you because he knew what you wanted and needed. And appreciate how Krishna is still showing you his love today by always guiding you, helping you, and providing for you. Allow yourself to feel his desire for you to come back to him. Allow yourself to feel his desire for a personal relationship with you. A relationship he has been wanting and waiting for since time immemorial. A relationship that is for your ultimate good. The only relationship in which you'll find true love. Allow yourself to feel what is in Krishna's heart. Feel his mercy. Feel his compassion. Feel his love. It's yours if you just take it. You don't have to deserve it. You just have to open your heart and receive it. You don't have to deserve it. You just have to open your heart and receive it. He is willing to personally give himself to you. Don't be afraid of a relationship with him. Be afraid of a life without a relationship with him. Allow yourself to feel how Krishna's desire for a relationship with you is unconditional. That his love is not based on your qualifications, on what you do. And his love is not restricted because of the mistakes, failures, and sins in your past. Allow yourself to understand and accept that Krishna doesn't know how not to love you. That it is not possible for Krishna to not love you. And that his love is so great that he even blesses his enemies. What to speak of those who are trying to be his devotees? Krishna is self-sufficient. He doesn't need your service. Yet, at the same time, his heart breaks to see you suffering in this world. He knows your pain. He knows your struggles. He knows it's not always easy for you to be a good devotee. He knows you are trying, and he knows you need help. He is always ready to get you back to him. Allow yourself to feel his concern. Allow yourself to feel his support. Allow yourself to feel what Krishna feels towards you. The love Krishna feels towards you. Open your heart. Remove all resistances. Remove all excuses as to why you should not be loved, why you're disqualified, unqualified for love. Just remove it and allow yourself to feel what Krishna feels towards you. Krishna is telling you in the Gita, because I love you, I am speaking this knowledge to bring you back to me. Because I love you, I am with you to guide you on this difficult road back to me. When you are in trouble, you can talk to me. I will listen. I am always here for you. I will never leave you, and I will never let you down. Because I love you, I arranged for you to meet Srila Prabhupada. I arranged for you to meet your gurus, and I gave you the association of devotees. Because I love you, sometimes I push you closer to me, even when you resist. I do this only for your benefit. Don't be afraid of surrender. All I am asking is that you reciprocate with my love. I love you. Will you love me too? You will never find this kind of love in this world. I love you. Will you love me too? Krishna is inviting you to dance and play with him eternally. You don't have to suffer any longer in this world. Krishna is telling you, I have a place for you where you'll be eternally happy. Please come back. Let's dance and play together forever. I am inviting you. Please come home. You'll be happy. Krishna has been eternally inviting you to live with him. He is giving you directions to get back. Think of me. Become my devotee. Worship me and offer your obeisances to me. If you can just do this, I promise that you'll come back to me. You can trust my promise. Why do you hesitate? Please accept my invitation. Krishna loves you. and wants a relationship with you more than you want a relationship with him. Krishna will love you even if you don't love him. Allow yourself to feel Krishna's desire for you to come back to him. Allow yourself to feel how Krishna is missing you. Allow yourself to feel Krishna's heart, his pain that you are not with him. Allow yourself to feel Krishna's deep love for you. Do not doubt he loves you. Open your heart and allow yourself to feel what Krishna is feeling. Try to reciprocate with this love. Your life has only one purpose: to feel Krishna's love and reciprocate with that love. Open your heart and allow yourself to feel this deep love. Open your heart and fan your desire to reciprocate with this love. Your life has only one purpose: to feel and reciprocate with Krishna's love. It is one thing to know that Krishna loves us. It is another thing to feel his love. Open your heart a little wider. If there's any resistance left, let it go and allow yourself to feel this deep love. Open your heart and fan your desire to reciprocate with this love. Your life has only one purpose: to feel and reciprocate with Krishna's love. Remain with your eyes closed for as long as you wish. When you feel ready, slowly open your eyes and then share your realizations with your partner. If you prefer to write your realizations first, then you can write your realizations first. Take your time, sit with this feeling, meditate on this feeling of allowing Krishna's love to enter your heart. can send it to everyone also. No, I have. Does anyone need more time? Yes? Yes? Okay. Just what you can do now is just, like we said in the meditation, just try to process everything on a emotional level. And let Krishna love you. Just sit here and say, okay, Krishna, let you love me, and I'll be right back. And this meditation is on we have one of the meditations, it's on that blue stick. But if you like, we can also send it to you via, I guess, Vishaka. We can send it to her. If we have all your contact info, I don't know. You register. Do we have your contact info? Yeah, it says the WhatsApp group, so we can send it to you, or you can get another 51 guided meditations on the blue stick. But we don't have that many left, unfortunately. But I'll be right back. Okay, I have something more for you. I'm not finished with you yet. Now it's time for dessert. And this is another amazing meditation. These are affirmations. Actually, I sent you a video. Vishak, I sent you a video of these affirmations, but I didn't give you a warning, so I'll just read them. So, I came up with what I call Krishna's love affirmations. I should probably write a book, don't you think? Another affirmation book, yeah. So I have a recording of this, I have a video of this, and I want to read the affirmations to you now. And the unique thing about these affirmations, which you might find hard to believe when I start reading them, every affirmation is a statement that Prabhupada made, and I just adjusted it into an affirmation. Like if Prabhupada said, Krishna loves you, I say Krishna loves me. So we just make it an affirmation. But everything is taken from his words. I didn't make up any of this, which makes it so beautiful and powerful, and it just reinforces. So you can go into yogic trance and listen, open your eyes, close your eyes as you like. Krishna values a relationship with me. I am valuable to Krishna. As a father has natural love, affection, and compassion for his children, Krishna has love, affection, and compassion for me. Just like a father, Krishna provides me with all the necessities of life. Just like a friend, Krishna is always with me and guides me from within. Krishna speaks the Bhagavad Gita because he loves me. He is inviting me to eternally play and dance with him in the spiritual world. Krishna accepts my least qualification and gives me the highest reward. Krishna's love is so great that he became the gatekeeper of Bali Maharaj. Krishna's love is so great that he offered Putana the position of mother. How could I take shelter of anyone else? All of Krishna's actions are loving. Even his so-called enmity is loving. Krishna's love is so great that even though I am unqualified, he accepts me and offers me the highest reward. Krishna will always love me even if I don't love him. Krishna's love remains ever increasingly beautiful. I accept Krishna's love as his gift to me, and I serve Krishna without asking anything in return. I try to love Krishna purely. Nothing in this world can stop me, and this love is the only thing that can make me happy. Krishna is so kind that whatever insignificant things I offer him with love, he will accept. I love Krishna, and Krishna loves me. This is our exchange of feelings. With love for Krishna, I can see Krishna everywhere, at every moment. Through my love for Krishna, I can expand my love for everyone. Because I love Krishna, I want to see everyone in the world become Krishna conscious. Through my actions towards others, I show them that God loves them. This is all Srila Prabhupada's words. What we're going to do now is we're going to meditate on one of the most important statements from the guided meditation. My only goal in life is to feel Krishna's love and reciprocate with this love. And how are we going to do that? We're going to chant Japa. And through the holy name, we are either going to just feel Krishna's love coming to us, specifically through the Maha Mantra, because that's his greatest manifestation of love, is through the Maha Mantra. Jiva Goswami said the Maha Mantra is more merciful than Krishna, because Krishna will come to any of us through his name. Or we can chant to reciprocate with that love and pray. Just through the Maha Mantra, Krishna, will this please you? Or pray, Krishna, will you help me love you? I want to love you, please help me. Or a combination of all three. But the main thing is to feel that love, because once you feel that love, your japa will go up a few notches, maybe a few hundred even. Okay? So we'll just chant for a while. Hare Krishna. Oh, you know why Krishna holds a flute? Because he's calling you to join him. He's playing his flute to call all of us. He's not calling Radha, she's already there. He's calling us. So when you see Krishna playing his flute, now you know. He's calling you, he wants you. Krishna's greatest manifestation of love is the Mahamantra, because the Mahamantra gives us prema. And Krishna wants us back. He's running after us, trying to get us back. This is his trick, the Mahamantra. So when you chant the Mahamantra, if you allow yourself to feel Krishna's love coming to you, the Mahamantra, it will expand and make it easier. It will expand your experience of what we're doing and also make it easier because it's so obvious. This is where he's placed all his love in Kali Yuga, and you can feel that love in the name. It's the mantra of love. And this is our impetus for pure bhakti, because we're being loved. We're going to chant one more round, stay in this mood, we'll have a little sharing, and then we'll take prasadam. The only purpose in life is to feel Krishna's love and reciprocate with that love. Okay. So I think we'll stop here. We're kind of losing some of you. And let's meet back at 2:30. And we'll continue. Have another session. And we'll close at 5. Correct? Yeah. We'll finish everything by 5. So everything finishes at 4. Okay. Okay. All right. Yeah, I was just said different things on my schedule, so that's fine. So we'll meet back at 2:30? Okay. Thank you. Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada ki jai.